Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, The Glammed Rebel. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas Forrester returns because Taylor is dying? For decades, the bold and the beautiful has thrived on weaving together family drama, fashion rivalries, and explosive love triangles that keep audiences hooked day after day. And if there's one family that embodies the essence of this CBS soap opera, it's the Forresters. From Ridge's perpetual waffling between Brooke and Taylor to the legacy of betrayal, ambition, and heartache, the Forrester clan has provided more twists than a roller coaster. Now, the stage is set for another seismic shakeup. Spoilers confirm that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, is returning to Los Angeles, sparking a flurry of speculation about what brings him back into the Forrester drama. Some theories say it's about hope. Others whisper it's tied to Ridge. But the most devastating possibility is that Thomas is returning because his mother, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, stepping into the role, may be dying. Let's break this down piece by piece. The reasons Thomas left, Taylor's fragile condition, Ridge's never-ending love saga with Brooke, and how all of those events could lead to one of the most emotional homecomings in years. Thomas Forrester, the prodigal son of B&B. Thomas has always been one of the most complicated members of the Forrester family tree. His childhood was marked by tragedy, losing his sister Phoebe, watching his parents' love story play out in heartbreaking cycles, and growing up with the weight of being a Forrester heir. As an adult, he hasn't exactly built the cleanest reputation. Over the years, Thomas's obsession with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, spiraled into one of the most talked about arcs in recent B&B history. From fabricating the death of baby Beth to coercing Hope into spending time with him, Thomas frequently trod a precarious path between love and obsession. And while the writers eventually softened him into a more sympathetic figure, his dark history always lurks in the background. Thomas left Los Angeles last year after Hope made it clear she would not marry him. That rejection was the final straw. He packed up, supposedly moving to Europe to pursue new opportunities in design and to escape the toxic cycles of his personal life. But as all soap fans know, no one stays gone forever, especially not a Forrester. Why is Thomas returning now? Spoilers confirm that Matthew Atkinson has already been spotted filming new scenes, which means Thomas's reappearance isn't just a rumor, it's imminent. The question is, why now? There are a few possibilities swirling. 1. Hope's engagement to Carter Walton. Hope is currently in the middle of her own chaotic love life. She's engaged to Carter Walton, Lauren St. Victor, a pairing that shocked nearly everyone. While Carter is a good man, many fans see Hope's engagement as a reactionary move to escape her past with Liam and put distance between herself and Thomas. Thomas, being Thomas, could be returning in one last attempt to claim her heart before she says, "I do." 2. Ridge and Taylor's imploding engagement. Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., recently whisked Taylor away to Italy, and what should have been a fairy tale trip has only highlighted Ridge's indecisiveness. Despite being engaged to Taylor, it's painfully obvious that Ridge's heart still belongs, at least in part, to Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Should Ridge decide to cancel his wedding with Taylor, the consequences could be disastrous, leaving Taylor heartbroken once more. 3. Taylor's health crisis. Taylor's past medical issues pose perhaps the most haunting possibility. Longtime fans will remember when Taylor struggled with broken heart syndrome, a very real condition that can mimic the symptoms of a heart attack. Her health improved when she reconciled with Ridge, but if Ridge abandons her again, the stress could send her back into cardiac trouble. If Taylor lands in the hospital, or worse, faces a terminal condition, Thomas's return may not be about romance at all, but about family, grief, and goodbyes. Taylor Hayes, a life of heartbreak. To understand why Taylor's health could be at the core of the storyline, we need to step back and look at her history. Taylor Hayes, originally played by Hunter Tylo, now recast with Rebecca Budig, has always been one of B&B's most tragic heroines. She began as a strong, brilliant psychiatrist who balanced Ridge's drama with her wisdom. But her story quickly became defined by heartbreak. Her endless rivalry with Brooke. Taylor has spent decades in a tug-of-war with Brooke Logan over Ridge's affections. No matter how many times Ridge vowed loyalty, he always drifted back to Brooke. A losing Phoebe. The death of her daughter Phoebe was one of the most crushing blows of her life. It's a wound that never fully healed. Health struggles. Taylor's battle with broken heart syndrome was a physical manifestation of all the emotional pain she endured. Her heart literally couldn't withstand the grief and betrayal. Now, with Ridge once again failing her, Taylor could spiral back into medical crisis. And this time, the writers may take it further than before. If Taylor is facing a terminal illness, it could explain why Thomas comes home, to be by her side, to protect her, and to prepare for the unthinkable. Ridge's role, the eternal waffler. No discussion about Taylor's fate would be complete without addressing Ridge Forrester, the man who has waffled between Brooke and Taylor for decades. Ridge finds himself in a precarious situation. His trip to Italy with Taylor was supposed to solidify their bond, but instead it made it clearer than ever that his feelings for Brooke haven't gone away. Spoilers suggest Ridge may call off his wedding to Taylor, which would devastate her emotionally and possibly physically. Naturally, Ridge would hold himself responsible if Taylor's health deteriorates. It's not difficult to imagine a storyline where Ridge feels guilt-ridden, Thomas lashes out at him, and Brooke is caught in the middle. This triangle, which has dominated B&B for over 30 years, could take on its most tragic form yet. What Thomas's return means for Hope. Even if Taylor's health crisis serves as the primary catalyst for Thomas's return, it's likely that his unresolved feelings for Hope will also play a role. Their relationship has always been fraught with tension, chemistry, and danger. If Hope proceeds with her marriage to Carter, Thomas might view it as his final opportunity to intervene. Imagine the drama of Thomas storming into the wedding, confessing his love, only for Hope to reject him again, this time in front of everyone. Or, if Taylor's condition worsens, Hope might soften toward Thomas, standing by him as he faces losing his mother. Such emotional closeness could reignite old flames. The emotional fallout. If Taylor is truly dying, or even just critically ill, her condition would cause ripples across the canvas. Thomas, he would be devastated and likely angry at Ridge for breaking his mother's heart again. His darker side could resurface. Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes would go into protective mode. She'd blame Brooke and Ridge for Taylor's decline and might push Thomas to cut ties with Hope forever. Ridge, guilt would consume him. Ridge has already lost so many relationships to his indecisiveness, but losing Taylor permanently would be a weight he could never shake. Brooke, even if Brooke has nothing to do with Taylor's illness, she'll inevitably be blamed. Brooke versus Steffi is practically guaranteed. Hope, she'll be torn between supporting Thomas during his grief and standing by Carter. Her compassion could complicate everything. A legacy exit? There's also the possibility that the writers may be preparing Taylor for a legacy exit. Hunter Tylo's long absence already left Taylor somewhat disconnected from storylines, and though Rebecca Budig has stepped in, the character hasn't fully reclaimed her former prominence. If the show decides to kill Taylor off, it would be one of the biggest emotional gut punches in years, and a storyline that could fuel drama for decades. Taylor's death would unite the Forrester children, fracture Ridge and Brooke yet again, and reshape the family dynamics in ways fans haven't seen since Stephanie Forrester's death. Looking ahead, the return of Thomas Forrester isn't just about one character re-entering the fold. It's about reigniting old rivalries, deepening family bonds, and possibly saying goodbye to one of the most iconic women in B&B history. Whether he's coming back to stop Hope's wedding, confront Ridge, or stand vigil at his mother's hospital bed, Thomas's reappearance guarantees high drama. And if Taylor really is dying, it will be a turning point that forces every character to reevaluate their choices. Ridge would have to finally live with the consequences of his waffling. Thomas might step into a darker role again. Steffi could become the moral center of the family. And Brooke and Hope would face the wrath of the Forresters in ways they never have before. Final takeaway: Thomas Forrester's return feels bigger than just a love story. It feels like the start of a generational shift in the bold and the beautiful. If Taylor is dying, the show is about to deliver one of its most heartbreaking storylines. One that ties together decades of history while setting the stage for the future. The prodigal son is coming home. But this time, it may not be for love, redemption, or even family reconciliation. It may be for something far heavier, the chance to say goodbye. You are welcome to share any video requests in the comments. I will make a video about it. Stay connected with the Glammed Rebel for all the latest updates, spoilers, and deep dive recaps. See you in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. I hope God keeps you safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell button for daily updates.